What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. For those guys who don't know who am I'm the guy who reads stories, English stories, on this channel for practicing my English pronunciation, and I do it constantly on a daily basis. So right now I read 100 Selected Stories by O. Henry, and this is I'm gonna finish this book very soon. Not really very, I wouldn't say so, because I started this probably half a year ago. Yeah, like this. Still reading it. So, today we're gonna continue with The Garden of the Accolade, and it's gonna be the third part of the story. Get yourself comfortable. We are beginning. During 1 minute, Uncle Bashard considered these things, and then he awoke to sudden determination and action. Lord, Lord, he moaned aloud, and he hobbled hastily toward the side door. Sash come off after all these here years of big doing and fine doing, scandalous sights upon the earth, when the Weymouth family done turn out Roberts and Baslers. Time for Uncle Busher to clean out somebody's chicken coop, and Eben matters up. Oh Lord, Mars Robert, you ain't gwine do that. And Miss Lady and damn chillin' so proud and taking way more. All the all the time. I'm going to stop you if I can. Spec you should, Miss Mr. Niggers. Head off if he fool with you, but I'm going to stop you. If I can. Uncle Bashard aided by his hickory stick. No idea what this stick is, but impended, nice word. By his rheumatism, hurried down the street toward the railroad station, where the two lines touching. Weymouth well mad, as he had expected and feared. He saw there Mr. Roberts standing in the shadow of the building, waiting for the train. He held his satchel in his hand. When Uncle Busher came within 20 yards of the bank president, standing like a huge gray ghost by the station wall, sudden perturbation seized him. The rashness and audacity of the thing he had come to do struck him fully. He would have been happy could he have turned and fled from the possibilities of the famous Weymouth wrath. But again he saw in his fancy the white, reproachful face of Miss Lady and the distressed looks of Nan and Guy. Should he fail in his duty, and they questioned him as to his stewardship. Braced by the braced by the thought, he approached in a straight line, clearing clearing his throat and pounding with his stick to that he might be early recognized. Thus he might avoid the likely danger of too suddenly surprising the sometimes hasty Mr. Robert. "Is it you, Bushard?" called the calmant, clear voice of the grey ghost. "Yes, sir, Master Robert." "What the devil are you doing out at this time of night?" For the first time in his life, Uncle Bushard told Master Robert a falsehood. He could not repress it. He would have to circum circumlocute a little. His nerve was not equal to a direct attack. "I've done been down, so, to see old Aunt Maria Patterson. She'd taken sick in the night, and I poured her a bottle of Milady's medicine." "Yes, sir." "Humph," said Robert. "You better get home out of the night air. It's damp. Damp. D-A-M-P. You're hardly be worth killing tomorrow on the account of your rheumatism. Think it'll be a clear day, Burchard?" "I low it will, sir. The sun sort red last night." Mr. Robert lit a cigar in the shadow, and the smoke looked like his grey ghost expanded and escaping into the night air. Somehow Uncle Bushard could barely force his reluctant tongue to the dreadful subject. He stood awkward, shambling, with his feet upon the gravel and fumbling with his stick. But then, afar off, 3 miles away, at the Jimtown switch, he heard the faint whistle of the coming train, the one that was to transport the Weymouth name into the regions of dishonor and shame. All fear left him. He shook off his hat and faced the chief of the clan he served, the great, royal, kind, lofty, terrible Weymouth. He bearded him there at the brink of the awful thing that was about to happen. Master Robert, he began, his voice quavering a little, with the stress of his feelings. "You remember the day they all rode the tournament at Oak Lawn, the day, sir, that you win in the reading, and you crowned Miss Lucy the queen." "Tournament?" said Mr. Robert, taking his cigar from his mouth. Yes, I remember very well that. Yes, I remember very well. But what the deuce are you talking about tournaments here at midnight for? Go long home, Bushard. I believe you're sleepwalking." "Miss Lucy, you on the shoulder," continued the old man. never hitting. With his sword and say, with the sword and say, I make you a knight. I make you a knight. So, Robert, rise up, pure and fearless, and without reproach. That what Miss Lucy say. That's been a long time ago, but me nor you ain't forgot it. And then there's another time we ain't forget. The time when Miss Lucy lay on her last bed. She sent for Uncle Bushard and she say, Uncle Bushard, when I die I want you to take good care of Mr. Robert. Seems like. So Miss Lucy say, he'll listen to you more than to anybody else. And apt to be mighty fractious sometimes. And maybe he cuss you when you try to soothe him. But he needs somebody would understand him to be round with him. And him like a little child sometimes. So Miss Lucy say, with her eyes shining in her poor thin face. But he always been, then was her words, my knight, pure and fearless, and without reproach. Mr. Robert began to mask, as was his habit, a tendency to soft-heartedness, with a suppressed suppressed anger. You old windbag, he growled through a cloud of swirling cigar smoke. I believe you're crazy. I told you to go home, Bushard. Miss Lucy said that, did she? Well, we haven't kept the scutcheon very clear. Scutcheon. No idea what is this. 2 years ago, last week, wasn't it, Bushard, when she died? Confounded. Are you going to stand all the night, gabbing like a coffee-colored gander? Gander. The train whistled again. Now it was the water tank. Now it was at the water tank, a mile away. Alright guys, we're gonna continue tomorrow and we'll figure out what's gonna happen next. So, thank you for joining me today and see you tomorrow on the next and probably the last part. Yeah, it's gonna be the last part. See you tomorrow. Bye.